Hello everyone. So for my news story, I've selected the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal. So if you haven't heard about this situation, let me give you a brief update on who Cambridge Analytica is. They're basically a political consulting group. It was started by Robert Mercer. He was a billionaire computer scientist who pretty much started his career in the early AI research and as an AI developer as well. So he played a key role in UK's Brexit campaign by donating analytics to Nigel Farage, who was a British politician who kind of led that Brexit campaign. And he was also linked to the 2020 US elections, as well as the big story with Facebook and their breach of privacy. So they shut down in 2018 among all the allegations of their improper access to a lot of users' data. So it was basically a timeline of what the scandal was going through at the time. So it started when Christopher Wiley, a former employee of Cambridge Analytica, um, released information that the company was misusing people's data. So New York Times and The Guardian published headlines in 2016, I believe, or sorry, 2018, where Cambridge Analytica was working with the Trump campaign at the time, gained improper access to over 50 million Facebook users across America. And some people believe that data was actually used as a campaigning strategy for the US 2020 elections. And this started a whole delete Facebook movement where a lot of people were deleting Facebooks, their stocks went down. And then Zuckerberg was eventually called to testify before Congress. And Facebook ended up denying that they they allowed Cambridge Analytica to do this and that they were going to file lawsuits against them and they would implement changes into their privacy. So the outcomes from this, well, a lot of people started not trusting a lot of big social media giants with their data. So the EU actually, or sorry, the UK actually created a general data protection regulation after this, which is a law that governs how companies store their information. And you see a lot of people using VPN over the last recent years just to improve the privacy of their own data. And you've seen a lot of social media giants too adding policy changes like Facebook adding a set of privacy principles that explains how users can take more control of their own data. So yeah, I thought this was an important story because for me, I wasn't really aware of how important my own data was. So I think it's important for everyone to know their data rights and what companies are using them for. As far as the value to the ICT industry, as all of us as potential programmers and developers in the future, I think it's important to understand the ethical side of it when we're dealing with private information. And yeah, that's my story. So I hope everyone enjoyed.